I'm going to give you a really quick overview of the ALEXS program with your McGraw-Hill Math, your Reveal Math. So it's been pushed to all of these students as well as teachers. The most important thing is, just like the Reveal Math, some of you had 2 Reveal Math books for your students. You do need to delete one of them. And I sent an email out how to do it. Make sure that you're trying to delete the one, and there's no way to know unless you've had a new student enroll, but make sure you're looking at the class list of both of them and see if you can find the one that is currently syncing. You don't want to have kiddos taking a placement test and then clicking on the wrong one and having to take the placement test again. So in other words, they're going to see 2 ALEXS icons in their Clever just like you do. So you just need to archive one of them. So see my previous email about that if you have questions, or grab me. Once you sign in to Clever, you'll see your McGraw-Hill icon. When you click that, you'll see all of your programs. And one of them will be an ALEXS program. So it could be like first grade, looks a little bit different, but I'm going to go ahead and open that up. So when I click on it, it'll bring me to a screen that'll look something like this. Now, if you haven't been in yet, you won't have any colors on your charts yet, but I'm going to show you how you kind of can look at some of this and get some details on how your class is doing. So here is a 5th grade sample. They've been using it for a little while. In the middle here is the important one, because that shows you where your class is overall. So when you hover on any one of these pieces of the pie here, it'll say what core of math it is. Like this is place value. This is multiplying whole numbers, and it's showing you kind of how they're doing. You can get more details on all of this by just clicking full report, and it will open into a new screen, and you can now drill down and see how they're really doing. So let's just say, you have this place value. You can go down to the drop down here and get sample questions, see how your class is doing, how many are remaining to still go through this and achieve these standards. But you can click on any one of these and it'll do a pop-up to show what a sample question looks like. So depending on which course standard it is, it'll come up with a different type of question, depending which grade levels. So these are the questions the kiddos have seen, or similar sample questions. So that's kind of cool to go through and see where your class at and see what kind of sample questions they have. You go back up to the little waffle here, it'll take you back to your main screen again with your reports. You can see your average time spent, other things, and over here there's another little arrow that takes you to more charts. So there's lots to look through here. Take it with small steps, just kind of poke around and look. The waffle here will always get you back to this main screen again. You can also, if you went up to the student box up here, type in or search for any of your individual students, and you'll get all the details on one student at a time. So this is kind of your main overview of your whole class. You can also go to that drop down and find your actual students from your class and see individually how they're doing. Along this little option here, there's also lots of things to look at. And just feel free to poke around. Some things you have to set up, like a grade book. If you want to use it, you would have to set it up. Reports, you can now look at all of the reports that ALEXS offers and just open them up and kind of poke around a little bit. Quick tables will give you all kinds of like progress here. If I open that up, it will show my entire class. I'm just going to say I want to see all the tables. It will show how each one of my students has done overall, and I can just look at it all in one quick overview as well. So lots of things to look at. Don't be afraid to poke around. You can't break it. Just start looking around and seeing how your kiddos are doing it. The easiest part about this is from the student side. All they have to do is go to Clever, and just like they would go to their McGraw-Hill books, like the Wonders book or the Reveal book, there is a icon there. Now, like I said, there's 2 there right now. As soon as you archive one of your books, the one that's not supposed to be there, they'll only have 1. So you do want to make sure you do that as soon as possible, hopefully before you get the kiddos in there. But they just go to Clever, click on the ALEXS, they'll take a pre-test. Once that pre-test is done, they'll just continue onto their learning course. So it's very, very much like Lexia. I mean, this is identical to how Lexia is run. It's totally student-based. They're going to go on their own path. You don't have to direct it. It's really easy, and then you'll get the reports from that. So feel free to grab me if you have questions, book me, and I'm happy to help you out.